What's up, sketchers, and welcome to my brand new series, Speak and Stroll, where I talk about many different art topics whilst going on walks. And for today's video, here are 5 things you should know before entering any art competition, whether it be your first or your 50th. Let's get into them. Number 1. Skill is not a factor. For those who have entered art competitions before, have you ever spent mindless hours trying to create the perfect painting or whatever you're doing just to find out that you receive a message saying that your art sadly didn't make it? And you see this random guy who just scribbled and somehow made it? In art competitions, you're sadly not really assessed on how good your artwork is. So please don't ever feel like your artwork is really bad just because you didn't get in. Your artwork's probably amazing, but it's just it didn't quite suit what the judges really wanted. And we never know really what the judges actually want. And this brings me perfectly onto my next point. The judges are subjective. Say for example you spent 8 hours drawing a nice, realistic looking skyline of London. What if the judges don't want that? They might want something that gives you more of a story, a bit more of a meaning, a bit more of, I don't know, maybe they don't want hustle and bustle, maybe they want something that's a bit more rural. Well, the judges are automatically going to pick that over your city. It doesn't matter how good it looks. If they don't want it, they're not going to like it. Number 3, come prepared. For my latest submission, I had to basically work for a whole entire month to try and get it done. And even then, I basically finished it with 1 week to spare. And the problem is, when you try to submit something, maybe it might not work straight away. So there's always that sort of factor that you've got to get it in before then. Because if something goes wrong with the submission, you might be blowing your whole entire chance of even getting into the competition. And not just that, things can go wrong. Like, I actually messed up my latest drawing, Illusion of a Better Life, because I did the colour scheme wrong, and I have full details on the video, which I'll link up the top. But if I didn't have a photocopy, well, 2 photocopies, I would have messed up the original one. I would have had to have sit with the mistakes that I made. So it's always good to come in with a clear plan, start well in advance, and also make photocopies as well, just in case you get it wrong. And I think the last thing I'll say today, for number 4, is to stay motivated, but don't push too hard. To get rid of any element of jealousy, I haven't won an art competition yet. But then again, I have only entered 2 art competitions so far. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is that you shouldn't just give up just because you haven't won for your first, 2 rounds or even 3 rounds or whatever. You will get in eventually if you keep on trying. But nobody's perfect, and it's definitely okay to feel upset and I guess even angry, especially considering that you can literally stick a banana to the wall and get literally a fortune. And most who actually put effort in don't even make a tenner. But if you find that you're feeling really upset, maybe it might even be best to actually take breaks and not do it for a while, for mental health purposes. But anyway, it's time for me to go inside the O2 now, so I need to conclude. So thank you for watching. Hope you found the discussion very useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later!